Hi, Keith here with Explore Nomad, where we believe on living life off the grid. So earlier we were talking about the 15 key items or categories of what you really need to build your own emergency go bag or bug out bag. And a couple things we talked about is critical documents like driver's license, insurance, marriage certificate, birth certificate, social security card, different things like that, bank statements. Keep a digital copy. I think you should keep a paper copy, and then maybe keep the original in a safe deposit box in case you have to get out in case of, again, fire, hurricane, earthquakes. Basically, we talked about cash. You should keep smaller denominations, 20s, 10s, and 5s, just in case credit cards aren't working and they won't take a check. And then we talked a little bit about bags. So we talked about for children or smaller people, maybe a 30-liter tactical bag, a 40-liter soft back bag, which is actually what I use for my pet go bag. Again, don't forget about your furry friends. They need a go bag too. And then there's a 40-liter harder back with a better stability system for maybe if you have to trek further. Great for a lot of people. Now I weigh 180, and so I look for bigger bags. So my go-to bag is, I really use two bags. So when I say go bag, it's really go bags for me. So this is a 60-liter trekking bag, and I love this thing because it just eats everything you put in it. It's a big stuffed bag and just load things into it. And then the other one I use, so 60-liter kind of stuffed bag, great backrest, great side stability, and padded shoulder pads. So I love this bag. The other go-to bag that I use is a 50-liter tactical bag, and I just like this because of the storage capabilities. So let's go ahead and build a go bag. We've got our critical documents, we've got cash, we've got our bags or backpacks picked out. You can use a suitcase if you want, for that matter, but these are what I keep. Basic food, just quickly, you want to keep it light, beef jerky, protein bars, stuff like that. Water. Water's pretty key. Water actually is more important than food if you're stuck out for a long period of time. So the first thing is you should have some just water and go to the local store and get a gallon of water or something so you have some water that's fresh. But then you're going to want something that you can refill. So I usually carry, this is a vacuum seal lined 1,000 liter water bottle. I keep a couple of these. They also come in 750s and 500 milliliter size. This is a couple collapsible. This is a 3,000 milliliter collapsible bag. What I like about these, you can actually throw these in the backpack and they can either use a straw adapter or they can use a drinking adapter. But what I like about these things, they collapse, they take up very little room, because eventually you're not going to want to lug around a lot of water. You're going to want something you can refill with water. So these collapsible, these are BPA free, PVC free. So they're safe for long-term storage of water. That's great. And if your water supply is not clean, you're going to need something called an emergency straw. So I haven't used this one, but this is the only one we carry on our Explore Nomad site. It's a professional water filter straw. So basically it takes any type of water and makes it 100% drinkable. So we've covered food, water. Let's talk about first aid. So you can go to CVS, you can build your own first aid kit, easy enough to do. We sell a couple on our website that are pre-made for you. It's got everything you need for minor first aid, nothing catastrophic. I keep a first aid kit at my house that's a larger one. I think this is a 72-piece one that I usually keep either in my car or my go bag. And then this is a more mobile one that I actually take backpacking. That's got everything you need for minor first aid, but it's when you need it, it's great to have it. So we'll go ahead and keep that in our go bag. I'll go ahead and put both of them in. We talk about clothing. So you want to pre-pack 3 days worth of clothing, good footwear, boots, changes of clothes for 3 days. Because when you leave, and if it's an earthquake, a fire, or something like that, you need at least 3 days because you're not sure when you're going to get back. And at that point, you can just wash your clothes. But a couple items that I don't want you to forget about when you're packing your go bag is I stock a pair of water shoes just because they're all-purpose shoes. They're very comfortable and they drain and they're easy to wash. So they handle all weather conditions. So keep a pair of those. I also will carry a pair of gloves. These happen to be touchscreen gloves so that I can still use my electronic devices. I carry a hat. I carry a long pair of socks, and I carry several pairs of athletic socks, and then I like to carry a lightweight jacket. Now, we happen to carry all of these at our store, so if you'd like to go ahead and stock up on some of these to throw in your go bag, have at it. So we've got our clothing, first aid kit, we've covered food and water. PPE. Nowadays it's important that you have your mask, whether it's an N95 mask or some different type of mask. I bring eye goggles with me as well. These are just sunglasses that I carry with me. I just like them because they have about 6 different lenses all in one pack, and they also have a sports strap behind them, so I usually carry these. And although these are not for COVID, these are just simple neck gaiters. I will tell you the big difference. This neck gaiter is high quality. We carry both on our site, but this one you can use over and over. It actually gives you warmth. It's a double layered elastic model. And then the more inexpensive ones you find, I carry a couple of these in my car. I consider more of a novelty than anything else. They're good if you forgot your mask, but after a while, since they're single material, they will kind of lose their stretchability. So let's just throw that in our bag as well. Now we've got our clothing, we got food, we got water, but let's say we need shelter. So we can't find a hotel, a bed and breakfast, or whatever. We need some type of shelter. I don't bring tents, actually. I prefer to bring a good quality ground cover. And this is a 15 by 15 or 20 by 20 tarp. And what I like about the two of these is I can use them on the beach as a ground cover, or I can create a waterproof tarp. Because what happens at night is actually the night exposure to the air actually pulls the warmth from your body. So you actually do want to keep a tarp even if it's not raining. So keep this. And to build your tarp, I bring a couple things along. I bring a little bit of paracord with me. And this is a pre-made rope. What I like about it is it holds about 3,000 pounds. You can use it for emergency situations, whether it's like trying to tow something out, you need to climb something. It comes in 10 meter, 20 meter, and 30 meter lengths. That's the only ones we sell. And they come with 2 pre-made locking carabiners. So again, what I like about it is I think the tensile strength is between 2,500 and 3,000 pounds, but you can build shelters out of it. There's just an amazing amount of uses to have 1 or 2 of these in your go bag. Again, that's what I like about the stuff bag. I usually pack a little better, but this still is working out pretty well. So we're sheltered from the ground, we're sheltered above, but I don't like sleeping on the ground. So inflatable air mattress. It's not like the air mattress you go to Walmart and get this. These are type, you unroll them, you blow them up, and they actually have different cells in them. They're actually very comfortable, but the other thing that sucks the warmth out of your body is the ground. So you want to get elevated from the ground. Small, compact, individual use little air mattress. And this is my go-to sleeping bag. It's only a 15 15-degree bag. It's rather small and compact, and 15 degrees Celsius. We also have another sleeping bag that is a 4-season sleeping bag. So this is good depending on the weather. As it gets colder out, I will switch this bag out with my 4-season bag, which is substantially larger. But for now, we're gonna throw this in. Got our shelter. We got food, water, first aid, clothing. What are we missing? What if we want to make some food? So, a couple different options. Different sizes, but these are both very, very small. These are little blowtorches of a stove. They come out, set up. They actually screw right into the top of your propane tank, sit on top, and will boil water in about 5 minutes, but as well, they'll cook any type of food you could over a stovetop. So this one's a slightly larger model. Again, I try and narrow down to the models I like and I carry, and so we don't carry 10 or 20 different cook sets. We carry 1 or 2, depending on size. They actually work equally well, and they're both fairly small. So again, let's throw this in. You know what? We've got another container. Let's throw these in there. And I'm gonna put this one up top. Let's call this one a day for now. Again, I usually pack a little better. This has a rain guard. It's got compression straps on the side. You can cinch this all down. I actually have more room here that we can add things in. So actually, let's add something else in. These are little mini bags. I always carry these with me even when I travel. I love these suckers. They're mini backpacks. They turn into the backpack just when you want to go on a side hike, but the bag goes back in the bag, so I always think they're kind of cool. So I usually carry those with me when I travel, or actually I put them in my go bag. And then my second bag. So travel documents, category 15 that I call other, which could include weapons, probably is gonna go into my military bag, but we're still missing a few things. So I've got a stove, but I don't have anything to cook on. So basically, I recommend carrying a pair of fold-out utensils, basic cook set, and you're set as far as cooking. Stove, utensils, plates, and cooking. Okay, what else are we leaving out? Survival kit. We only carry 1, and this is the only one I recommend. Space blanket, emergency use, cutting down trees. It's got a small light. It's got a laser pointer, which is good for identifying your location. It's got a compass, and it's got a pretty sharp knife in there in case you need anything, an emergency whistle. But it's a good little compact set. Check it out on our website. It gives you a full list of everything that's included. Source of light. So nighttime comes and you want to make sure that you can see where you're going. This is a super bright light. Everything I do is I try and use rechargeable batteries. On a separate seminar, I'll talk about solar power. We don't have time for that today, but great source of light. Couple different headlights. If you want to go with the super duper, see for a mile, blast people away with your light, this is the model. Fully rechargeable batteries. Also comes with plug-ins, USB, car adapters. Love this. Super, super bright. You don't have to turn all of them on. You can turn 1, 3, all 5 on. A more of a basic model, but quite frankly is just as good. If you don't need the super power light. So carry one of these with you or give one to your spouse. And then a multi-tool. I love these multi-tools. This is probably 40% off most of the multi-tools you'll ever see out there. but is exactly the same function, feature, has all the different attachments. And what I really like about this one is actually does come with a tool set as well. So it's got a socket and a bunch of different type of screw adapters. So these really come in handy when you need a tool set and you don't have one around. So I always throw a multi-tool set into my go bag. Computer and electronics, we cover under a separate item that I call mobile office. So check out that video if you get a chance. And then a couple just some miscellaneous things I don't necessarily put in my go bag, but they're fun. Two-person hammock, nylon, real lightweight. These are air sofa. You probably see this, you run down, it fills up with air, creates a little sofa. You can actually sleep in them, very comfortable. These are little mini carabiners. They're locking. I usually carry a set of those. And these are the only trekking poles that I carry. And the reason being is they fasten to the outside of my bag. They're adjustable and they are super strong. These are the highest quality trekking poles that I've come across, and it's the only ones that we sell on our site. I'd be remiss if I didn't cover other items. So you have to decide on, is this an urban adventure? You're gonna be out for like 3 days, or is this the zombie apocalypse? Which means you're gonna talk about 9-inch knives, guns, weapons, bow and arrow, fishing rods. It's a whole different set of skills, like they do on the channel, the History Channel alone. You're out in the wilderness for 100 days. So if that's what you're thinking, I call that other items. We don't really cover it here. It's really up to each individual, but this kind of gives you a basic scenario of what you need if you're going to, be out there for 3 days and not quite sure what it's going to be like in shelter and different things. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please look at my pet go bag video that'll be coming out soon. I have a mobile office bag video that's out there, and there's going to be a solar power video, so you can completely go off the grid. Quickly, I'll just show you a couple teasers. Carry a power bank with you. This happens to be a solar power bank, so when you run out of power with your power bank, this one will recharge. Hope you enjoyed it. Keep exploring. Bye for now. Keith from Explore Nomad.